Hey guys, so I started a quick series on really basic tips for sharpening chisels and plane irons, and I'm at a point where I need to recheck the surface of one of the stones. This one's a 6,000, I think, yeah, 6,000 stone, so really, really fine grade sharpening stone. So since I'm checking the surface and I'm probably going to level it down a little bit, I figured this would be a good chance to show how I do that. And it's nothing different from all the other hundreds or thousands of videos on YouTube already. But for anyone who's following me, um, try and make it one-stop shop. So first thing I'll do is just make a grid of light pencil lines with a soft lead pencil. So about centimeter, half an inch apart, no big deal. You just want kind of a regular pattern across the whole surface. Okay, and then that's going to allow you to see the wear when you're leveling the stone surface down with your leveling stone. And I'm using these diamond plates now. When I started out, I had one of those sharpening stones, and it's like a really, like sort of low grit, kind of a waffle pattern stone. But I have no idea what happened to it along the way, and I got these anyway, and there's no going back to one of those. So I picked up just basically two grades. This one's a 140, which is your looser tooth, more open tooth, rougher surface, right? And then a 600, and this one is sort of like about maybe I guess what would be about 1,000 or 1,500 sort of sandpaper. So much tighter grade. Okay, so like I said, I'm mid sharpening here, so I'm just coming back in, kind of tuning up the stone. So I think I'm going to be fine with just going straight to the finer grade um, diamond plate. So I'll just wet the stone nice and evenly, get it really good and wet, let the water sink in. Because when you start to abrade the surface of the stone, what you're kind of doing is you're using the grit of the stone to break up the irregularities in the surface of the sharpening stone. And then you're kind of creating a slurry by doing that. And just all of that combined is just abrading the stone. And of course, you're wearing down the high points to the lowest points. And you're using your grid pattern here to gauge that. So I think we're good. So I'll just lay it on the surface of the stone. It kind of builds up a suction between the water and the surface. And then I'll just kind of establish a nice path here and then start working evenly across the surface. And at first I'll just go side to side. And you can see how quickly that grid is getting worn away. So like I said, it just needed a little quick fine tune. This might be a good point even. We'll stop and kind of see the slurry that has been built up there. And you can see that My pattern is almost completely gone. There's just a little bit here, here, there. So that's kind of interesting because it even kind of helps you read your wear pattern when you've been working. So you know where your depressions were and where your high points were. So not that that's going to change anything, but you got plenty of time on your hands while you're doing this stuff, so it's kind of interesting to look at. Anyway, so then I'll just go and clear that up a little bit. Come back in. And then this time, I'll change it up. I'll do like a figure 8 pattern. And again, I just want to make sure that I'm going over the stone consistently and not spending too much time in any one spot. Because of course you don't want to wear down one area more than another. Key here is a nice, even, consistently even, level surface. And I think we're just about there. Looks good. Ready to go. Round 2.